Going at things in a way that is not aggressive nor madly assertive, but in a way that is peaceful, diplomatic, considerate of the world around it. It's very, very common for somebody who has strongly replacements, including Mars in the sign of Libra. Now, Mars in Libra can manifest in ways that Mars doesn't usually act like the qualities that Libra represents. Mars operates very differently in Libra. Mars is about peace and harmony, about connection, about balance. These are the kind of things that Mars expresses itself as when it is placed in Libra. Now, let us discuss the meaning of Mars in Libra in the natal birth chart. That is your astrology chart that you were born with at the moment of your birth, and all the planets and the constellations line up in those kind of ways to show you the map, the piece of destiny that is your astrology chart. So, delving into Mars in Libra, they are not very decisive. Libra is known for weighing out all of the options before making decisions. It's about reflecting on things very carefully before they act, taking everyone and everything into account before they make decisions. And Mars isn't like that. Mars wants to be decisive. Mars wants to be, go for what it usually wants in a very decisive, very straightforward way. Libra is not like that. Libra is very much indecisive. So they're not very decisive, but they eventually get to where they get to the end goal of something. Maybe not immediately, maybe not now, but eventually. They will get the thing done, they will make the decision, they will act on that thing. Also, it's important to note that procrastination, because of this indecisiveness, is very, very common for this placement. They weigh out all of the options before taking action. And so when they're sitting in indecision, pondering things over, looking things over, checking things twice, looking at all of the options out there, they're procrastinating and actually taking action steps to get the thing done. They may really be strong at defending themselves and others. Now, something very, very important about them is that they want everything to be fair, everything to be in balance with each other. That is something huge about this placement, is there's this need for everyone to be included, everyone to get the same size of piece of the pie, let alone piece of the pie. Everything should be in perfect tandem and balanced with each other so that everyone is treated fairly and equally. A downside of this placement is passive aggressiveness. Not being assertive, but being aggressive in a way where you're not acting to get your point across. Stop this and realize that there has to be conflict before there is true peace and harmony to reign, to rule over the day, to win the day. You have to show up with courage and the willingness to be assertive and speak your truth and talk it out so that it can get fixed or changed. So stop being passive aggressive. Let go of whatever living from the outside in, allowing others to take your power away from you. Not asserting yourself, let that go. Stand in the fire, stand against the storm, speak your truth, voice your opinions for them to get fixed and changed, and be who you are. They do not like anyone who is mean and unfair, and they certainly don't want to present those qualities out to the world. Now, they're going to fight, but in a peaceful, cooperative way where they're honoring others. But they have a very, very strong sense of fairness, justice, and they want peace to reign over the world. They're great at compromise. They're great at finding win-win solutions. They're peaceful. They're diplomatic. They want to be with partners who are motivated and who are willing to put in the work to make long-term relationships committed and sustainable. They can be highly ambitious, hardworking, and dedicated to reach success. That's something very, very huge with them, is this desire to reach this very, very strongly. They may be tolerant, assertive, cooperative, pursuing their dreams and ambitions with peace and harmony in mind. Emotional intimacy is really, really huge for them. If you have this placement, you very likely have good manners. You're strong at conducting yourself in public. You're strong at presenting yourself in public. You're very, very good at resolving conflicts. I'm very good at doing that, very good at avoiding confrontations and resolving. But in order to do that, you have to be true to yourself. You have to speak your truth. You can't be passive aggressive. The key to life is the relationships that you form with others. That's really, really huge for you. For you, life is about the people around you. You feel stable when your relationships are on stable, solid ground. When people are upset, they cannot be there to support you. You must have the backbone to not be codependent, but to be independent and support yourself and nurture yourself. Draw on that area's energy of independence and self-sufficiency to really be very good for you. So you show loving energy that makes others want to be with you. That is a really, really huge quality that you embody. You may be a peaceful warrior. You're great at creating and keeping harmony. If you repress your anger, it will just it's like a volcano. It's simmering, it's cooking, and eventually it's going to come out. Eventually it's going to explode and erupt from you at the wrong time because you didn't take the steps to express it when nip it in the bud when you first feel it. You sit on it and then it just comes out of you at a totally wrong, totally uncalled for random time because somebody says something and you just lose yourself completely. So stop holding your anger in, stop repressing your anger. It's not for your highest good to repress your anger. It is actually a sign of emotional immaturity to repress emotions. So let it out. Let these emotions out. Express these emotions out to the world. Convey these emotions to the people around you. Diplomacy and harmonious interactions is what you strive for. You want to navigate situations with grace and tact. You bake a task on situations. Now, the question is, do you compromise your own truth and desires for the sake of others? Do you compromise what you truly want in your life just to make others happy, just to do something that you just really despise doing, but you do so to make others happy? Another question this could be posed is, do you bend over backwards in a way where you don't put yourself first? Or you're not asserting yourself, or you're not doing all those kind of things like that. As I said before, you're assertive in a cooperative way. You want to be noticed and accepted by others. There's a desire here for balance and harmony. You're good at initiating discussions and mediating conflicts. You need your environment to be beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. Charm and elegance are really, really huge qualities that you embody. You're very aware of your partner's needs and desires. You can attune to that. and you can do well in any field involving negotiation and partnership. Now, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you from the Guides of the Hidden Realms Oracle by Copper and Reed. This came out last year, and it is a very, very popular deck on the market. I really, really enjoy working with it. The images are beautiful. So, let's see what Guidance Spirit has to say. So I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to shuffle the cards and see what card comes out. So my question is, what does someone with Mars and Libra in their natal chart need to know for their highest good? And let's see what the card is. It is a reversed card, and it is the dream of co-creation, reversed. So this is where co-creation, the dream of co-creation, is working with some other force to to co-create your reality, to be in partnership with the divine to co-create your reality. But because it's in reverse, and I should read to you the key words on this card. Manifestation, divine partnership, frequency alignment. There's two pillars and truths to life. There is we co-create our reality, manifesting it with spirit, but there's also surrendering to life on life's terms, to accept what is. It is what it is, to go with the flow of life. So that duality is represented in this card very, very strongly. So this is truly talking about manifesting your reality with spirit, and that's what you're here to do at this life. That's what everybody here is to do at this life. But Libra is about partnership, and if it's not to other people, it's to your higher power. It's divine. So you co-create your desires with the divine. That is the message of this card and what it is really saying. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. You can like it, you can subscribe, you can utilize features of the video such as those things. You can also share it with people who will be more interested in it and get it out into the YouTube algorithm for people who are more interested in it. Thank you for tuning in. Tune into my next video all about Mars and Scorpio. Libra is about balance and fairness, but Mars and Scorpio makes it very, very loud and clear that life just isn't fair. I'm going to be discussing that placement in depth in the next video. Bye for now.